Great. Hey there, welcome back, guys. We're live. We missed Friday night flights because it was raining, but the weather is beautiful. Look at the greens, the blues, everything imaginable except for the flight, right? So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's get this drone in the air. But before we go into the air, we actually want to make sure that we are live. Weather is beautiful out again. Just can't believe how yesterday it was just raining and flooding in some areas, and here we are in New Jersey with beautiful weather that'll help take us into the sky. So here we go. Without any further ado, let's get this baby in the air. Make sure we are golden. Remember, make sure there aren't any TFRs. There's only 2 TFRs in New Jersey, and thankfully where we are, there isn't one. All right, and unfortunately, the application that we're ready to take off. The application that allows you, not application, really the website, the FAA website, to check for TFRs is not mobile. So that part's a little bit of a bummer. Because you actually works better when you check from your desktop. Just going to bring the drone up a little bit and then bring it forward. Obstacle avoidance is on. Make sure, again, no TFRs, that you're good to go in the town that you're in. No ordinances. Just going to set the camera a little bit. Reset there. Auxiliary light off. And now, as you know, oh wow, there's a hawk. Watch for birds. We usually do this flight at night. So when you do it during the day, it is a little bit tricky because the hawks are not intimidated by this thing. So you have to be super careful. If you know, I like to go about 215 feet up before I go north, south, east, or west, since we're doing this during the day and not at night. Oh well, there's John's pool. Beautiful pool. We really got to watch out for the birds because it's lunchtime. Might not be lunchtime for you, but it is lunchtime for them. You spin me right round. Right? Right. Alright, like a merry-go-round. There we go. Alright, so we need to find the town, which is right there. And, wow, and remember, we have on the filter. I didn't take the filter off. I was going to take it off, but I will. I just want to see. Oh, wow, I'm also in my Pro settings instead of Auto. That's Auto. There's Pro. A little bit of a difference. I think with the Pro, I have more EV coming in. I'll leave it on Auto for this particular flight. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. And then after bringing it up, I think, no. Yeah, there's the town over there. We'll just fly over that way. Kind of neat, huh? Everyone is out and about. We are live. Marca Bay, you're probably out too. Always going to the store to get something. There we are. Just going to fly a little bit that way. Turn it this way. Go over the tracks. I'm not going to go into town. Just going to keep it local, especially since there are a lot of hawks flying around, scrambling for that meal of, oh wow, so look, you see we're here. I hate when it does that. That's another reason why I'm not, oh, it's a nice picture though. I'm not a fan of the bigger drones because, as you can see, we are over the tracks, way over the tracks. But it looks like we're so close on the property of the building. And the only reason why it's a disappointment because of when you want to use this drone, particularly for real estate, it's a little bit tricky because it works better with a smaller drone because you can be literally 10 feet from the house and get this same shot right here. But the crisp, and a lot of the newer drones like the Mini 4 Pro actually will give you photos and videos comparable to this experience. Let's try POI effect, and then we'll just do a little bit that way. And I'll press start. Oh, it started already. Looks like we got one person probably viewing. Good folks usually come later and catch it. So It's a little bit trickier doing the POI effect during the day because we can't really see the lighting, you know, the lights flashing on the drone. There's the fire department, really nice. You know, we're just going to fly around and over and make sure we have full bar. Looks like it's so weird. We got full bar. Oh, there we go. Sometimes the Wi-Fi can be a little bit glitchy. Got full RC though, which is fine. And make sure you have what you want your drone to do. If you lose RC signal, mine is set to hover or return home, but you can check those settings pre-flight. Okay, make sure you do that beforehand. As excited as you are to fly, like, oh my god, I can't wait to get into the air. Do your settings, check for TFRs, check your return home point experience settings so that you know that things will work right for you, especially when flying an FPV drone. You want to make sure that it is set to hover. For me, my FPV is set to hover because I learned the hard way going on a meetup, and some fella lost his drone because it was set to return home and it went into the ceiling into one of the ducts. Pretty neat, huh? We got our POI effect. Maybe I'll stop it right about here. And it's a good thing I pressed record because I got some good footage of that. Beautiful out. Look at that. A lot of runners. People trying to keep fit for the season. So there's a baseball field. There was a game earlier. There's our home point, which is right here, a little further up. And we can also see New York City from here. New York City is only about 20 miles away. Oh, there's an ad. Okay. I was like, wait, what's happening? There's our home point at the corner. And there we go. We'll just cross over. Maybe we'll check out the track. We're at 75% battery, which is great. Those of you know I do get battery anxiety. I like to bring it back at 35%. I'll just zoom this down a little bit. So we're back at our home point, at our property. And really nice. Some lawns are green. Oh wow. Everyone's lawn is green about now. And then come July, it's just everyone's dried out because of the drought. I mean, the trick to keeping your grass, honestly, because I have a video on how to grow grass, and that's why my grass is always so green. The trick to keeping your lawn lush and green is to just let it grow high. Let it grow high and set your lawnmower to the highest setting so that it's always high. Of course, you'll have to cut more frequently, but it will stay green during the drought because the moisture just gets locked in. At least that's how it works for me. And then maybe 2 months in, it'll start to dry out. But by then, you know, it's ready to be trimmed down anyway for the fall, I believe. Explore, put it into Explore, because sometimes too much moisture will just cause it to like rot. So you don't want it. You just know your lawn, basically. But here we go. Let's check this out. We'll zoom in. That's 1x. See, there's New York City. That tower is Fair Lawn. Look at that. See? A lot of the newer drones, I think the Mavic 4 Pro has this built in. I think it's probably top notch because I don't think you lose pixels when you do a 28 or whatever zoom the Mavic 4 Pro gives you. But even if you could zoom in, like, what are you going to do with that picture anyway? You know? It's ideal if you're doing inspections or something, like if you're going to inspect a building and you don't want to risk your drone by flying too close, and that's where the optical zoom actually comes into effect. Whoops, zooming the wrong way. Or, you know, you want to pinpoint something and take a really cool money shot. But as you can see, we're doing pretty good here. So let's go. We're at 65% battery. Let's go. I need to find out where we are. I need to zoom out basically from the 1x and then find the street. That's our street. I just want to do like a clear. There's John's pool. And then now we will fly. Let's go down that way. Just watch for birds. Even though we could see our drone, remember it's lunchtime. So a lot of these hawks are May have to stop. Oh, we're in normal mode. Like, wait, why is the drone flying so slow? Let's put it into sport mode. Obstacle avoidance is not available in sport mode. That's okay, because we want to fly like the wind child. We're 220 feet up. We could go higher. If you lose your signal, it's always best to go higher, but in this case we're not losing our signal because I can still see the drone in line of sight. We're lifting it up so that we can get a better view for you guys. See, isn't that better? Right? Look at that. What my goal is to actually try and make it to the track. Beautiful track. Looks nice during the day. Got some RC interference. That's the only downside, because I don't want to lose the drone. So if you get RC, stop, go higher, you'll get your signal back, and then once you cross over to wherever the interference is, hopefully we don't lose our stream. So worst case scenario, we'll lose our stream because I may have to go out a little bit further, right? Or turn, right? And then we'll turn, and then I will just want to get a perfect shot of that track. Just turning to get a better signal. And we got full bars too. And it's hot out. You know, the heat should help with the experience so that and I get a lot of shots here, but I tend to only capture, oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Oh, they've got some sun. I'm going to put it into camera mode. See, we got the clouds over it. I've got to wait for the clouds to pass. Strong wind warning. What? Okay. There we go. The strong wind warning disappeared. See the clouds moving? I want to wait for it to go past the baseball field because you could. Strong wind warning. Unable to return home automatically. That's okay. Well, oh, I can see the wind from here. Let me take a picture. And the wind is going the opposite way. But thankfully, you know, we're not over traffic. And the only downside is, you know, whenever I get a strong wind warning, I'm kind of intimidated by it. And I feel the need to come back, you know. It's like the circles in the corn, though. Some of these things were actually meant to be seen from above. Like, who would have known? And believe it or not, I was out on that field with my kids. Oh, wow, I didn't see the tennis courts because it was being blocked by the map. I was out on this field with my kids, and I was stepping on all these letters, and honestly, I didn't have the slightest clue about what they said. Like it was a G or whatever. And then one day I was out with my drone, and I was like, oh wow, interesting. Because their letters are so big, and when you're stepping on the G, it doesn't really look like a G. But I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. That's what it says. Glen Rock Panthers. And there's our home point. We'll head back, since especially we're getting a strong wind. And remember, if you're flying your drone with prop guards, it will work like a sail. So that's another reason why you want to see if we can see John's pool. That's another reason why you got to take that into I guess we passed John's pool. You got to take that into consideration when flying your drone, because you might have the same drone and like, wow, I don't get strong wind warnings when I fly my drone. You probably don't. Because a lot of people don't fly. There's a track with prop guards on. There's the track. Oh wow, did someone just cross over? Oh, there's a car crossing the track. But where's John's pool? John, your pool. John's one of my friends. So we're just going to slide over and then check it out. Sliding over just a few miles per hour. We're at 377 feet up in the air, in case you're wondering, and we're 378 feet from the drone, and then about 900 feet away. But where's John's house? John's house. That's the only thing, the depth of perception. See, there it is. There's John's pool, right there. John. So it is windy. So let's say if it's really windy, don't fly over the cars. Fly over the tree line, almost parallel to the track line and the home line, so that if your drone does fall, and you do have 6 minutes left, 35%, and you have an oh shit moment, you are going to crash in someone's yard, opposed to... We are higher up, though. The higher up you go, the stronger the wind. So we may lose the stream because I need to look at the drone as I'm landing. That's the hardest part. It's almost like parallel parking. So I'm just going to go to the corner and then back, because we're at 7 minutes left. At the corner. One bar. Wow. Look at how lush everything is, though. That part is cool. Okay. And bringing it in, bringing it in. Wow, it is windy higher up, though. You can see those branches moving. See? And there we go. I can always reset the camera. Reset. 6 minutes left. I gotta do this because you know why? Because it's gonna return home. And if it starts to return home, it's probably going to reach the elevated altitude that's set, and then come back. So in case we will land it, maybe spin it around, and voila, we did it. I don't know what's the rush. All right, and that's it. Landed. Yeah, so we missed Friday night flights. Looks like it's pixelating for you guys. Hopefully it picks up back again at the router, because when I walked away while landing, that's why you want to stay closer to the Wi-Fi experience to make things just right for you. We got new videos coming out. We got a new video on Tinkercad. That was on request on our last live stream. One of our viewers/subscribers shared their experience and asked about merge. So we created a new merge experience for the Tinkercad folks that want to get started in 3D printing and make their own stuff. All right, and that's pretty much it. Friday night flights happening on Saturday. We may skip tonight's Saturday Night Live, and maybe we'll push it to Sunday. To this week, and then next week we're not going to do the show because it's a Memorial Day weekend, but I will throw some stuff up if I can live stream from wherever I am. Okay? Knowing that, moving forward, I hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. That's it. Show is over.